Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. This is a bonus video. I wanted to chat with you guys about 5 habits I'm working on breaking, and I wanted to share with you guys what I'm doing about that. Let me get right into it. First one is, I admit to you guys, because I'm task oriented and I put a lot on my plate, okay? My to-do list sometimes is way longer than it needs to be. I sometimes fall asleep at my desk or my computer. How I'm working on that is I'm prioritizing my to-do list and putting less stuff on it. That's what I am doing. Now, the positive news with all this is that I used to, sometimes when I would come home from my demo, I'd say, oh, I want to sit down and rest for a little bit. And then when I would sit down and rest, the problem is I'd fall asleep and then I couldn't fall asleep at night. Good news is I'm not doing that anymore, so that really helps. Number 2, I go to bed too late at night. You guys know I'm getting up to an alarm every day. I know this might not seem early, but considering I used to get up after 10, I do get up at 8 a.m. Well, if you're going to bed, past 1 a.m., you're not getting enough sleep, especially if it takes you a while to fall asleep. So that is something that it just may take a while because I've been a night owl for many years. Old habits sometimes die hard. And so the good news is I am getting up. I'm not hitting snooze. And I am up. I'm not running late. I don't have to generally rush in the mornings because I give myself plenty of time. But I need to be falling asleep earlier than what I am. Number 3, I don't do this as often, but there are days where, like late at night, for example, I can mindlessly scroll. And I think I'm just trying to relax. But you know what? We all know that that habit is not a good one. Now, one of the things I'm doing to fix that situation is when I see videos that I want to watch that I think are going to be helpful to me in some way, I'm saving them in my watch later on YouTube, which I don't know if you guys knew this, but YouTube has that available. So let's say you see a video that you really want to watch. The title and the thumbnail really interest you and you think it'll help you, but you really don't have time and you need to be doing something else. You can save it in your watch later and then come back to it at a later time. So that's one of the things I'm doing. Another thing I'm doing is setting a timer and saying, okay, you can scroll for this 10 minutes, but at the timer goes off, that's it. Okay, so that's something else I'm doing. So I'm working on that also. So the main thing I really do need to work on, though, is falling asleep earlier. That's a big thing that I need to work on. Number 4, not drinking enough water throughout the day. What happens is I'm waiting till towards the end of the day and drinking. It catches up with me and I'm drinking more towards the end of the day. Well, what happens when you do that? Then you end up getting up a couple times during the night to go to the ladies' room, which is not positive. I've heard, and I don't know if you guys do this, you try not to drink any water a few hours before you go to bed. And I've heard that, but really drinking more of my water towards the beginning of the day. Last but not least, yes, I've lost over 50 pounds and kept it off, which is great. But if I really want to lose more weight and keep it off, and if I'm serious about it, I need to decrease my portions a little bit, okay? And get used to eating less food. If you look at anyone that's lost and kept weight off for a long period of time, they have gotten their bodies used to eating in a calorie deficit or calorie maintenance. They're eating less food than they did when they were really overweight. So these are the bad habits I'm working on. Let me know in the comments below. What are some habits you have that are kind of not good habits, but you are working on them? And I'd like to hear about it in the comments below. That's all I have to say for now. Love you, appreciate you, and I sure hope you come back for tomorrow morning's video. Bye, everybody.